Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Took a little bit of a break from streaming over the weekend because I went to check out the Elden Ring Network test, which was freaking awesome. I'm gonna have a lot to say about that, but that's for a later time. Now it is time to unwind with a drinker philosopher cop. And in the last stream, we finished off the first night and first day in Martinez. One huge success, finally got our fucking boots off that corpse. And in probably the most hilarious event of the playthrough, I took a swing at Kuno and totally whiffed and fell on my ass, and it was embarrassing and hilarious as heck. But after that, we had a long philosophical discussion with Joyce Messier, and then a interesting conversation with ourselves in a dream, and now it is the dawn of the second day. Low on morale, put points into volition. It's been too long. Happy to be back. I'm wondering if I should take my boots off before I talk to Kim, because if he sees me in these boots, he's like, where did you get those? I don't know if I have a good answer for him.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Okay, so there's nothing new for that. You know what? I think for now, yeah, we will just put on the old snake skins. Even though those do give us a lot of authority. But we'll save it for later. Alright. Still don't know if I'm going to listen to my brain and try and find some amphetamines. I've actually missed that music. It's infectious. Yeah, that's exactly how I got my boots. Did it behind the lieutenant's back. No one out here, huh? Okay. I had to check, even though it meant multiple loading screens. I am never afraid to say weird things, game. Weird things is what makes this game even more endearing. Also, a shout out goes to Thursday Adams for following between the streams. Thank you very much. Yeah. No answer at Kim's door. Is Aranya
The door
around?
is closed. Still no answer.
Alright.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Gotcha. At some point, combat's gonna happen, and I'm gonna whip out those boots. And Kim's gonna look at me and be like, where did you get those boots? Oh, there he is. Morning, Kim.
Morning.
Gives you a quick note.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Pinkerton's showing up, I guess. Why would we need to talk to them? What do you mean, rowdy? Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
So the guys we could probably get information from at night.
One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
What do you mean by rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCA being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
The Hardy Boys, 2 young whippersnappers who... Never mind. Why do we need to talk to these assholes anyway?
Everything points to the Dock Workers Union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Could be interesting, but from the looks of the guy who got pulled down, he was one of them. Maybe. We'll see.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
You. Why are you still looking at that bird, Garth?
Can I help you?
You can just talk to him about paying him, okay? How you doing this morning?
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
She turns back to
I'm
you
glad to
with a
see
weary
you
smile.
again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right? Or, sorry, ma'am, I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you. Yeah, it's a little bit too apologetic. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
That's interesting, because... Well, no, we don't know if someone placed a call from... The person who placed a call was from the Whirling in Rags, so...
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead, too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway, ma'am?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down. Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before? Or this sounds more like a side thing. I need to take care of my main thing, and then I'll get back to this. Leave. No. This old lady is really nice. She gave me a cute little pen that actually ended up coming in handy when I needed to write my report after I dug my logs out from the trash.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window towards the bay. What is this expedition your husband was on? So your husband is some kind of scientist? I can only tell this because your title is the Cryptozoologist's wife. You actually haven't told me anything about your husband. I'm just breaking the fourth wall here to ask the question, ma'am. Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship. That sounds the most detective-ish.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
Well, does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Let's try again. If we were to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Thank you, Kim.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, just in case.
Well, how long have you two been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How'd the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Probably will. I think I have all the information I need, so let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
So, yeah. Well, now would make more sense to ask, and it would probably help. Is your husband some kind of a scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed. So basically he's trying to find a griffin? Is that what I'm reading into this? He wants to find a griffin, maybe even a hippogriff?
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
That they are.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
Hobby or hubby?
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious.
One day they'll find their special unicorn.
Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Maybe you could convince her to tell you some cool cryptids? Yeah, let's flush this out first. Because I'm genuinely curious now.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Wait, who is this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
She smiles.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Are they in a rough neighborhood? You mentioned traps. Could there be some problem with them?
I doubt it, sweetie. The traps aren't big enough for humans to get caught in them. They're for the insect. Anyway.
She looks around.
Do it. Find him. This will surely lead to a mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, please. Some science fiction is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
This sounds like police business, and I will help you find your husband, because I am loving this taking on so many quests that my quest log is just filling up with things that I don't have enough time in the day to complete.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but...
It's just a little side thing we'll do down the line. I've already given my word, I am honor bound to uphold it. I've got a premonition that this missing scientist is connected to our main case. I think it would be good to take a break from the hanged man for a little while. It's just police work. You know what? For a super cop, that's a boring answer. But, you know, I think Kim may agree with this.
Assai. He takes off his glasses and wipes the lenses on his jacket before replacing them.
Or not.
Well, the man's already been dead more than a week. I suppose a small diversion won't hurt too much.
Right. I also need to freaking call in about the serial number on the boots, see if we can trace that. The boots I have now stolen. And Kim needs to bag and tag the body that is now going to be missing his boots, and hopefully not just a exposed bone puddle and picked to death by rats. Or picked clean. We'll see.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
The water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast. No. No, before we go, why not? Let's see if we can get this roll. Or, you know what? Probably get it better. Might be able to get it better after that. And that might help with give us more information on this side thing.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
You're right. I don't have time for insect facts right now. Let's talk about something else. Or should we just piss the fuck out of Kim? Like, just piss him right off. You know what? Yeah. Corpse can stink up the backyard for a little bit longer. And then I gotta fucking pester Gart about the phones.
Well, it's a Phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodia. A diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Ooh, I like having a good encyclopedic knowledge.
Oh yeah. Here comes the interesting.
Where other Phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Inseal Indian coast. Hence its name, the Inseal Indian Phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the Phasmid with us, officers.
She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Yes, that's right, Kim, and it's a noble foray into pointlessness.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the Phasmid's around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect.
Oh no.
That looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have.
Of course, most Phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Inseal Indian Phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
You seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Inseal Indian Phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
So, does it have any cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
So is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Oh, okay. What's so special about this stick bug, then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Well, let's see if we get this roll.
You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
I have an intelligence of 4. I am not an idiot. I'm just not the best with people because I have a psych. Actually, my psych is 3. I'm just not very strong. My physique sucks. I lost a fight to a kid last night, okay? I want to know everything about cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on!
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
Thank you, Kim. You asshole. I really should put points into suggestions. This is part of my super cop thought. Next level. Maybe. That's all for now, man. You! What the fuck's wrong with your phone?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
It's good to see you after a long weekend too, Gart. Why the fuck's the phone dead?
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
That's pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
I would never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable. It doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect. Yeah. 3.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
And why the hell is your kitchen open? It's not supposed to open till 1. Tomatoes are so thinly sliced that you can see through them. Right, this guy doesn't speak English. Who are you?
Let me handle this.
Oh. The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Oh, so you're not just a gardener, are you?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal. Play it cool.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, good for you.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Ooh. What if I want... what if I want to talk to you, not Titus? Yeah, good question. Why are you so aggressive all of a sudden? I mean, I'm bumbling, if anything.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. Oh, God. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. An armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Let's overthrow and go back to helping out the proletariat. Yeah, let's do that. Ask those questions. Yeah, I don't like that, because I'm not the neoliberal type. Not ready to answer like that yet. I still haven't... Well, the Union is obviously the bad guys. Like, not the dock workers union, Well, no, they're not even bad guys. Like, Everard Clare has definitely been set up to be a bad guy, but it's mainly by Joyce Messier, and everyone is kind of morally gray, and I haven't even talked to Everard Clare. Although if he's got a racist like the Measurehead guarding things for him, he can't be the best either. I don't know. I am gonna have to play like an ultra commie version of this game. That might be really interesting. But that is also very liberal, like neoliberal answer. That, like, you know what? For now, I'm just gonna... Like, there's good and bad parts to all of those answers. Except for that one. See, like, especially knowing what I have learned, even though it might be skewed from the liberal perspective about Revachol's history, the privatization technically isn't unlawful, but, like, I don't see how the character himself would find it cool or funny, given the conversation that we had with Joyce last night. This might be the one, like, I'd go with most, because, like, again, the first thing I said the night before to Joyce was, like, you know, I'd go after the mineral rights if I was taking this, you know, take the money. So, yeah.
No one is emotional here. Do your job. Ask your questions, then leave.
She does seem fairly level-headed, just, like, straightforward. So maybe this might give us a better perspective of, like, where the group is before talking to Titus. Also, I'm still gonna have to check on that body before I talk to Titus. But anyway, yeah, let's go for this. What if I want to talk to you and not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Yeah, well, what is your role in all of this as a representative of the Dock Workers Union?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Well, then I should go talk to Titus.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Must be mistaken, I'm a real radical. That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here. Because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Oh, I'm too fiery for this water cooler ideology. I'm trying to develop more extreme and interesting opinions. Kind of, but I haven't even heard what you're saying. So yeah, sure. What is the Kingdom of Conscience to you? Is it something like, Balian from Kingdom of Heaven? Like the teachings he got from, what was Liam Neeson's character's name? I can't remember, but that whole idea of a Kingdom of Conscience, like a white knight. Oh, that takes on a whole different sentiment for the internet age, but anyway.
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
Yeah, it kind of is. So how do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed.
Stop making me want to snort all the amphetamines!
Speaking of, when are you going to get on that, bub?
Oh, my drugged out brain wants drugs.
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
That's very centrist in a way, kind of a joking way to say, this is a way to just brush everything off and do nothing. Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
So what, you mean like how your head clears after an orgasm? Like, no? Alonzi! Man, that sounds kind of terrible. I don't even want to be a moralist anymore. Seems fine. I want to live for the present, though. Yeah, I still want to live for the present. I probably am gonna end up leaning communist eventually because of how many times I've kind of sided with it. But then again, he's also it's weird. He's kind of straddling a line between the way I've been playing him kind of straddles a line between ultra-liberal and communist with a little bit of moralism sprinkled in. And this is like the total moral neutral kind of, let's keep working at things slowly and I don't know. Yeah, I do like living in the now.
What you want is immaterial. The kingdom of conscience is coming, whether you like it or not. Only very slowly.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's probably a good thing it autosaved there. It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Yeah, before we talk to Titus, we're gonna go do the couple of other things we need to do. Let's go radio in and find out more about this, about the suspect's boots.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Alice, this is Firewalker. Reconnect me to the 41st. No. Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
First, has the firm continued to work for pharmaceutical companies, though all these name changes? A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be records of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was. Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case. Sure, why not?
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Okay. I'm done with the radio for now.
Over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Alright. Little shit still here? Of course he is.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
-1 for established probable cause. You know what? How long? 35. Well, actually, there's one way I could try and sneak up some experience real quick. Also, where are my thoughts at? Ace's high is hour and 48 minutes remaining. Jamais vu. 3 minutes. Cool. Wondering if that's like supposed to be 3 minutes real time or 3 minutes in the game world, because I know time really only kind of moves forward during events and when you're talking, but when you're running around the world, it stays like time kind of doesn't move.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and...
I don't want the fucking raincoats.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with... Their logo is the bloodless rose. Pure white, untouched by harm.
Filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, blister packs. St. Batiste Pharmaceutics.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Batiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Yeah, I'll take a bottle of magnesium, please.
Okay, here. I hope St. Batiste makes you feel better or something.
What do these products do exactly?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is...
She stops.
I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Could you be a little bit more specific?
No. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Duramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
We already talked to her about that. 1 XP for every orb... plus 1 XP for every orb clicked. All intellect learning caps increased by 1. Cool.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I'm in heaven, I need it all so bad. Say nothing and just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. Who said we were recovering?
The beauty, the truth, the poetry of it all.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
Know this, you will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
So do you sell speed at this establishment?
Huh? Speed. Like, speed. No, Frit doesn't do that.
She blinks at you bewildered.
Of course not. Frit is an establishment that acts within the law. Is that all, detective?
Bah! What's the point if they don't even sell the good drugs?
Give me some Astra smokes.
Here you go, mister.
And some more Commodore Red.
Here you go, mister.
Thanks. was back in a day for the armor's info. Oh. Easy experience. These Grod-made cigarettes, +1 intellect, -1 health. Ooh. Favorite of fishermen, police officers, and working men the world over.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Every cop smokes in a good film noir.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down! Go to Pleasureland! Become a genius!
That fucking necktie. I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button.
Yes, I got it. Yeah, fuck it. Hey! That's nice. No, it didn't. All right. Right. That will be another easy one.
Yes?
Might be able to do that. I think it's under... Tell me about the case again?
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Briefing say who the victim was. No,
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right. Good.
You know what? Sure, fuck it. Let's try it.
Pick
Fuck!
over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
Really should start quick saving before I do those even rolls. Actually, like, just out of curiosity. Yeah, no. Not worth going that far back. We had something to say to you, didn't
Still
we?
here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
I need to get high and I'm looking for a dealer. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait. Why are you still hanging around then?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
I learned from the, or was reminded from the last one to quick save
Still
before
here.
I do these.
Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
Where graspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I think I may be an actual poet, and I've learned it by heart. I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
Think the word's mine? Yes.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
Hey man, cops are human too. It makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty. Well, there is truth to that, so...
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
I promise you I won't.
Why does art inspire you so much?
No art is for arrogant blowhards. Why am I getting into this? It does, yes, but what is art? Oh my god, might we have actually finally found our calling, the calling of art cop?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on, is architecture also art? I personally actually believe that yes, it can be, but that's just me. It's stupid. Architecture is stupid. I guess I have been feeling critical lately. In my real life, I am always critical.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished? Okay, if 50% art critic is what that I need to free me from rote repetition, so be it. No, I cannot risk another capo diversion at this point. Go! I'm sure we can flip these at some point. Like, I'm hoping this doesn't lock me into a certain path. That's actually one of the reasons I've kind of been avoiding saying yes to anything, because I want to see a little bit more about each group's philosophy. I think I'm starting to get it. Like, a sense. Like, Joyce gave me a real good sense of the liberal philosophy. It is actually kind of more of a capitalist liberal. Like, definitely neoliberal. And I've been playing this guy a little bit capitalist-y, even though, like, my stats have shown, like, communist, ultra-liberal with a bit of moralist. No, fuck it. This is the one that resonates with me the most so far. Yeah, fine. We'll see what happens. We'll pick the art cop.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Okay. Actual art degree, -1 perception. Can't even look at this shit. It'll have to wait. Still though, where are we at? 81 experience points, so kind of feels silly experience farming in this game, but yeah, we need to send the victim's body to processing, but that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this random experience gathering. Who are you?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
But shouldn't I ask what game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
92%. +2 acting without hesitation. Fuck it. Sure.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen. The cold
Feel
metal
the
ball
ball.
is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Take in the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. That was quite the toss.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
Uh-oh.
A whorehouse of shit.
That's, whorehouse of the sodomites, maybe. That sounds like a whorehouse I'd want to go to. Anyway.
It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters. Probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
Good arm.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
Sensing anger, and I don't understand why. I'm sorry.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
Oh, petanque. I thought it was shot put. P-tank?
Yes, petanque. You ruined our petanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags? It is true, it is unlikely that they know anything about the murder. I just saw 2 people over there. I was like, can I talk to you guys?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
and most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have problem
Cop
cops.
is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about police women?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Oh, ooh. Not to mention keeping the station tidy and the men fed and happy. Oh my god. We've gone, well, technically we are in the 50s of the current century, so not far off the mark, maybe? There are no duties RCM women couldn't carry out. I try to avoid voicing opinions on controversial matters. Let's just drop it. Nah, you know what? Stick up for them.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
Nah, I don't think there's any evolutionary equality at play here.
Really, officer? Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top.
Woman who knows how to take a good kick at the balls will still come out on top.
Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
Well, you guys seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by a sea monster rising from the depths?
No. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, so it's a crater left by artillery fire. But why? We know why. The place was shelled.
Why what?
Why was that? We know why.
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them? Wait, who are the communards again? No. Yeah. It's pedantic, but it's the least dumb answer here.
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He had squeezing a bull in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
If that's not an exaggeration and hyperbole, like, really, those are the most fucking swinging disco punk commies I've ever heard of.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
I understand. I'd bomb this place too. Why shell them here in Martinez? Because it was a fucking strategic position. Joyce already went over all this. That's just discounting the real... Like, none of these answers are any good. They're actually all really dumb answers. Not that much of an asshole. This place is kind of a dump, though.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes.
Of course.
The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris, and the delta.
Points to the northeast. Nod thoughtfully and then turn to look northeast.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on. The coalition?
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Actually, I know all this. I just wanted to know if you do.
Yes, damn it. I know. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There is a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Oh, I wonder if that was a stab at, like, how I've been kind of waffling. Commies just don't understand how money works. This coalition seems quite capable, actually. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. This is how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. Very liberal, but yeah, no, I think that one would be the most sense.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains.
You had a rough life, buddy.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philippe the Third factor into this? Who's this Frizzell? You mentioned Guillaume. Guillaume de Million.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Exiled? Joyce said Guillaume ran and his nephew, Frissel, was shot in his place.
This is communard propaganda. Guillaume would never do something like that. He is Le Lion.
So how does Philippe the Third factor into this?
He doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Who was this
Damn
Frissel?
Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
So what exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Legendary. So what is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? I guess it's that low because I threw the ball into his feet. Oh well. Where are we at? 91? Due to some confusion over the game Renee and Gaston are playing, you threw one of their pétanque bulles far into the sea. The shot was excellent, but now you owe them a bulle, or at least some similar looking metal sphere. Wait, where's my bag full of... Yeah. Enormous bulles worthy of a real man. A good one?
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading.
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
This
Yeah,
was a tremendously useful interlude.
Oh, hush up, Kim.
Looking for something?
Yeah. You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Perhaps it's good to agree to get him talking.
Hold on, but they make alcohol in Ilmarat too. I was told they do. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then, damn, it didn't work. You should have signaled you're a nationalist before.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then why are you still hanging around here for? Most of the other camionneurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Did see a lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some Kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
So if it's not you, who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his human lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Huh.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
Jackass. We are so close.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
No, I'm trying to figure out where I can sell these damn bottles.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Wasn't nearly as much as I thought it was going to be. It sounds like this Sealang guy will either be a dead end because the racist pointed us to him, or he might actually know something because he's watching all these guys. Hot air rises from the sewer, acidic and strangely comforting.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Vendor takes out a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Yeah, I'm too sensible for
Are
those.
you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic, the kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
You know, I don't even care about quick saving before this one. I have a good feeling. See a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says Sub-Insulindic Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Man, not gonna buy those either, then.
Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer! You look so cool!
Street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep-sea tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
No.
What? Change your mind, officer?
Pity. Those actually weren't half bad.
Really, you think so?
Abort.
Damn, officer!
They're perfect for it's going to be...
No, you are definite...
Are you sure? But they look so good on you! You should think this through, officer.
-1 perception, +1 inland empire, so don't wear them if I'm trying to do the body thing. But you know what? Yeah, sure, I can...
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Finger guns, eh? Whether I'm cool is unimportant. Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
Yeah, he's just trying to sweet talk me.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Settles into the pile of boxes.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Persuade him to give you some money.
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are lorry man. Another driver identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think. Caught in a lie is what you are, but you're also not wrong.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you were embarrassed to tell me. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
It wasn't some drug crowd. You know who they are. Tell me now. You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs out here. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff.
No use. He's not telling us.
Oh.
He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Ah.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, raise his voice. You have to give us a reason to move on. Yeah, play the smooth cop. Buddy, Slang, come on, help us out. I just bought some glasses from you, man. Come on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
So the pale driver, maybe?
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Is the lady the old woman back there? Dazed out and strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out.
Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Already did.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. To invest in me, not telling your employer about your operation here. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in the good relations with the RCM. It's an investment in your customer base. You gotta prime the pump, man. Nah, it's, yeah, while we're here, you know, if I can get some money off you.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
Let's make it an even 10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Takes 10 note from a love pouch.
It's just like bus or seagull. A kid watching out of a window describing things going by. He doesn't like it too much, but what do you do?
Gotta make money some way. Find out who the lady driver is and where's her lorry. 1 experience point. Fuck. Come on. Come on, come on. How do I get on the roof? Sleeping dude's gone. Wonder. This is probably going to be a decently long conversation. There. You see hawthorn bushes outside. It's perception that needs to go up, I think. Right. What's up? So, if I go talk to Titus, it's probably going to take a while, and we have been going for a bit now, and I do have to be up early for stuff tomorrow, so I think we'll bag and tag the body.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Yep, it's perception. So we'll try this one more time. Whether I fail it or succeed, we'll just bag the body and then pick this up tomorrow.
The man is The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
It's still pretty low. Oh, because it's a legendary roll. Well,
You really ought to wait until the cadaver is refrigerated. Digging around in this mess now is proving hopelessly difficult.
I don't think we're going to be refrigerating the body anytime soon. Probably should put up another point in endurance.
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Send him off.
If you think so, officer, I'm not going to object. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from there. Continue working here. The locals, the case, or attend to your own business. I will meet you downstairs in the Whirling in Rags tomorrow morning, 7:30 sharp.
This means Lieutenant Kisuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You're free to do side tasks and even the main case, though it might be more difficult. If you have nothing to do, read books or sit on the bench on the plaza.
Actually, we're not going to do that. Because I kind of want Kim to be around. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a place to refrigerate the body. Actually. You know what? No, I'm fine with that. But yeah, we will pick this back up tomorrow, and at that point we will talk with Titus and also continue searching for who is dealing them drugs. But thank you to everyone who tuned in to catch some of this live. And, yeah, until next time, y'all stay safe. You have a good night. And remember to refrigerate your dead bodies so you can have an easier time trying to figure more out about them. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time.